Hey guys! Today we are working on a record player that doesn't seem to have any audio. So I'll turn it on and I'll get this going here. It should be playing music, but no matter what I do, turn it up, turn it down, there is no volume coming out of this thing at all. The headphones don't work. The audio in the back doesn't work. So I'm gonna take this thing apart and see what we got going on. So we got the top off. I just took a couple of screws out of here. It's pretty self-explanatory. And there really isn't much to this thing. So let's see what we got going on here. We have a chip, and a chip for the audio. I'm gonna assume that this one here is the audio chip because it's close to this, and it's close to the speakers. Okay, so I got everything unplugged here. Let's see here if I can do some testing on the audio chip. Focused. I guess that's just gonna be how it is. So I'm setting my meter to continuity. If it works. There we go. Continuity, so when I touch the two leads together, they'll make a sound. And there is no good place to put my freaking camera. Okay. So we're set to continuity. It beeps. And I suspect that this chip's bad because there's no audio, and I believe this is the audio chip, which is a focus on it. Okay, it's not going to want to focus on it. NS4248 chip. So I am going to test this from ground to here. And this is all unplugged, of course. I believe this is ground that I'm on. So this is shorting out. I believe that's a capacitor. That one's shorting out. That one's not. What about these ones over here? I believe that's shorting out as well. Yeah. The chip, I believe, is shorted too, because I don't think there's supposed to be 3 grounds right here and 3 grounds on this side. 4 grounds even. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. 4 grounds on this side. This leg, this leg, this leg, and this leg are all ground. I don't believe that's supposed to be like that. And then this leg, this leg, that leg. Well, that's it. They're grounded. That's all grounded out. So I believe that this chip has gone faulty on us and it's blown out. That's why there's no volume control, no sound. There's only one way to check it out. Take this chip off and see if we still have shorts on these capacitors, because this is shorted out and this is shorted out. So I'm gonna do that, and we'll see if it changes the fault. So I'm gonna turn this thing on. I'm gonna turn this on and see if I can feel that chip getting warm or anything. I got that platter just taken off there, so this should still be. Holy shit! Yeah, that chip right there, that one right there in the middle of this one, that thing is hot. Let's go see. Actually, okay, I got one of these heat measurers. Let's see how hot that thing is. 102. I don't know. 99. 102 is the highest. 105 on that thing, and everything else around it's like 80. Okay, well, we're getting something even hotter up here. 132. 130. 41. Okay, so what was that that's getting hot? This thing? No. That? No. This? No. This? No. That's not hot. That's not hot. This is not hot. That is burning my finger. That chip is definitely bad. How about this one? Nope. Yep. This chip here. Burning my hand. 119 degrees. Then again, it is like freaking 80 in here, so but that's really hot. So I think I'm gonna take that out. Check and see. 125. Yeah, that thing is really warm. That's the amplifier chip. I almost guarantee it. I'll take it out and see if we can get a replacement. Alright, so we're saying that this here chip is bad. So I'm gonna take it off real fast. And here we go again. We got the chip quick. This stuff works pretty good. I'll take it off faster than you can say. Chip quick itself. But don't be saying it right now because I'm not ready. That capacitor there is going to be the one that's giving me problems. It's in the way. Hopefully it doesn't hurt it. Alright, so we just apply the chip quick solution. I don't know what this is, but you get your iron, you get the solder, and it just melts right on there. Okay, I'll just rub it back and forth so it melts all the solder on there. And do it on this side. And then she'd be ready to take off. Maybe. Let's try not to burn this capacitor. Alright. Chip, quick chip. Okay, it's off now. There you go. See, that doesn't take long at all. And that's a lot faster than trying to heat it up with a heat gun, which I've seen people do. And then clean it up. Nice and easy. Oh, it's very blurry, but you get the idea. Only problem with the Chip Quik is that it stays hot pretty long, so you got to be careful that it's actually cool before you try to replace it with something. Okay, now I'll just clean it up with the toothbrush and some rubbing alcohol. Then I will test those capacitors again to see if they're still shorted out. Maybe a Q-tip would work a little better to get in there. There we go. All right. That chip's off. Thanks to Chip Quik. This stuff works good. That's the second time I used it, and I've used it a couple of times before this, but that's the second time I actually needed it again. So let's see. Do the testing on the capacitors beside it. Oops. Stupid meter doesn't like to stay on for some reason. Okay. Set the continuity. And I think it was these two capacitors that were shorting out. At least one of them. On the ground. Looks like we're good. Because that's definitely reading different than last time. That chip's probably shot. Well, no doubt, it got hot. There's your ground. And like all of these are ground on the chip. This one here is the only ground, I think. So that's should be it. Now I just got to replace the chip and then we're good to go. Okay, we got our chips in. They're the NS4248s. You can't see the number on here, but that's what they say. And that's our audio amplifier chip. So I need to put it on right there. Alright, let's see which way it needs to go on here. I think it needs to go on exactly like that. Just like that. Just like that, right there. Okay. Alright, so I need to tin up these pads. Tin them up with some fresh solder. That way this thing will stick on there better. So let's remove it. See that little dot there? That circle should correspond with this circle on there, chip. So that should be the right orientation there. Okay, my soldering iron's hot. Put some solder on here and start tinting up these pads. This one's hard to get to. There we go. Alright. Definitely solder on there. Now, I don't know if this is the right way to do this, but this is how I will do it. I just get some flux stuck on this thing, this chip, and just drop it up on there. Is that the right way? I think so. Okay, get some flux on that chip. And oh, alright. Now we get some solder. Taking the chip off was easier than actually taking it and putting it back on. It's just crazy because you think putting it on would be easier. Just like this. Okay, that's looking pretty good. A little bit too much solder there. Let's just get rid of that. Okay. Got one side on. This pin here looks a little screwed up. There we go. Doesn't look the greatest, but I think that'll be good. Okay, now we gotta do this side. Put a little bit more solder on these ones here. Okay. Oops. Don't want that. I want the solder wick. There we go. So over here. There. Okay. I know it's crooked. I know it doesn't look good. But the question is, will it work? Let's find out. But first, I'm gonna clean it up. Just using some rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip to dry it up. Get any of that extra flux off, so that's kind of bad. Also, it kind of looks like I shorted these two things out. Let me just tap that real quick. Okay. Same with that. That looks shorted there. Okay. It's definitely shorted there. Don't want that. Could be bad. Come on. There we go. That's better. Yep. Okay. Now let's see if it works. Alright, what do you think? You think it's gonna work? Well, I hear noise. That might have been it. Don't hear any sound coming. Don't hear any sound coming from the needle though. So it's definitely making noise out of there. Or I think Bluetooth works now. But let me see if I can get a record on here and working. Alright, well, Bluetooth works. Yeah, Bluetooth works. Turn it up and you can turn it down. Disconnect it. See if it reconnects. Oh, I have to play the song again on my phone. So that works fine. Now the record player, on the other hand, doesn't seem to have any volume at all. I mean, you can hear it a little bit. Let me just go to something. You can hear it a little bit. Seems like maybe a capacitors went bad somewhere. Maybe that needle's bad. I'm gonna try replacing the needle first. Also, I don't know if it's supposed to go to Bluetooth as soon as that's done, because that'll be kind of annoying. Or it might be kind of a good idea, because you'll play a record, then it goes to Bluetooth music from your phone. Either way. Yeah, I'm going to replace this needle and see what happens. Okay, I got a brand new needle. Now, how you take these off is you just get something under here, pry it up like that, and it just pops down, and you got the wires hanging there. See? Just black and white and red. Just remember which side they come off of. White's this side. Red's this side. Okay. And you can just take that black, the bottom one off. It's actually two of them, because there's 4 prongs on there. And you just slide it on both of the prongs on the bottom. Maybe. There we go. Okay, that's on there now, and then it just snaps back into place, and now you got a new needle on there. Hopefully you can see that. My hand was probably in the way for most of it. And we'll try it with a new needle and see if there's any sound. Let's see if it works. Bluetooth. Yep. It's running fast because I go on to 45. And also, there's 30. Oh, it's going to run really fast now. I go on 78. And 33 should be the right speed. Let's turn that up. There you go. And that's another redneck fix from Red Dog. So if you like what you've seen, give it a thumbs up, or you can give me some money. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.